they are making human hybrids to reproduce because they have such small dicks and no reproductive organs. They their
I'm
female
sorry.
counterparts cannot lay eggs without human DNA.
Wait.
What the fuck?
Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Tell me, boy.
None of that made sense. You fucking retarded. Hey, I'll give you the first one where you said Bugs Bunny and Looney.
Yeah.
After that, fool, the shit was fucking retarded.
I
Fool.
said I'm George Clooney. You know George Clooney was a Batman, and then he goes beyond, like Batman and Beyond. Dude, come on.
But
That's
George
metaphors
Clooney
on metaphors.
George Clooney does not go Batman Beyond.
George Clooney went Batman, and then I added, and he goes beyond Batman. And get it? The transfusion of Batman and Beyond of
But
Batman.
that's not George Clooney though.
But George Clooney was Batman.
But he doesn't go beyond.
Dick, you just trying to make excuse. That was a metaphor on a metaphor. Dog, I'm poetic.
Shut the fuck up.
Homie, I write
Hey,
sonnets.
Fool, please give up, fool. Please give up a life, big dog, please.
In life? What the fuck? All right. Testicles 1, 2, testicles.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Big Tank, and we back at it, young cracks addicts.
Like cracks addicts. Yeah, that's right. You didn't pronounce your crack, fool. You smoke crack.
Hey, fool, you are a crack, fool. Worthless.
Hey, bro. Hey, low key dark. Hey, dog. Hey, bro. All right, guys.
That
Ladies
would
and
hurt me a
gentlemen.
little.
That would hurt me a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the best show with the best content for the best listeners. I am your humble host, Trebles Garcia. Gentlemen, the ones and twos, the best co-host in the motherfucking planet. Big tank, salute. Yeah.
And please forgive my hallucinogenic
Yeah.
friend for this
Hallucinogenic.
outbreak that he's having.
Hey, that's a badass rapper. I'm halluce. Yo, what's up, halluce? Hallucigenics in the mix, dropping mic drops. Yeah. That's a good name, though. That's a good name for a rapper. Hallucigenics. Damn. Call them like next generation. Oh. Squeaky.
Squeaky.
Hey, for what's wrong?
Hey, nothing, big dog. Nothing. Hey, it amazes me to see how that brain works. All those years of drugs fucking it up. Taking its toll, to say the least.
He threw shots. Shots fired. All right. Whatever it is, dog. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for tuning back into Paranoid Radio Podcast. As you already know, we have an amazing episode lined up for you guys. Big Tech is over here trying to rap me, out battle me. You know he can't. I'm the freaking best in the fucking West. So, now, and I'm still rapping, talk smacking. All right, here you go.
Your bars are so basic. It's like when Eminem clowned the game. Those are your bars.
All right, dog. Look, nobody knows who you're talking about. Now, Big Tech, connect the randomized machine and give me the preview review.
A randomized machine, do your thing.
Paranoid Radio.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. This is a preview review when I read you a review from Apple Podcasts. 5 stars from I think I'm pronouncing the name wrong. Aixela, Aixela, Aixxela. Oh, Aixela, 5 stars, and then she commented 5 stars with 5 flashing stars. This show is amazing! Exclamation mark. So interesting, comma. The guys are the best and so funny, and I highly recommend. Nice. Aixela, thank you so fucking much for that amazing review on Apple Podcasts. As you already know, we are reading the reviews live on the show. So you guys want to get a massive shout out, make sure you put us a review on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify on the episode absolutely free. Now, we're going to go into the mid report from our deep state correspondent, Flash_News1. Take it over.
This is Flash, Flashy_News1,
bringing you your mid-month report on the deep state and the psyops. Now let's get right into it. We got to talk about Elon Musk and what he's doing over at Twitter. Now I have my own thoughts about Elon. I'm a little skeptical of him, but he's doing what needs to be done. And what he's doing is he's exposing Twitter for what it was, which was a narrative building machine and was run by far left activists who were actively censoring conservatives just because of their political beliefs. And they took down the sitting president of the United States for doing absolutely nothing wrong. And Elon Musk is exposing that. But not only is Elon Musk exposing that, Elon is going full QAnon now. He tweeted out recently, follow, and then a white rabbit emoji. Now, for people that follow Q and QAnon, we know what that means. That's a symbol for adrenochrome. And adrenochrome is the drug of choice for the satanic, pedophile, elite cabal. Now, people have their own conspiracies about that. A lot of people don't believe it. I'm telling you right now, it's very true. And this is what Elon is pointing to. He's trying to tell us that he knows, and he's picking the winning side. Now, Elon Musk has his own personal gripe with all of this. His daughter is now transgender, and he blames his wife and the culture war that has been going on in our schools and in the minds of our children. So Elon Musk is picking a side, and he's going against the neo-Marxists. And he knows that Q is real. Even his timestamp in that post where he said follow the white rabbit, if you look at his timestamp, it's 8:15. If you go to Q drop 8:15, it lines up perfectly. It talks about introducing the white rabbit. We are watching a movie, and it is playing out exactly as it needs to, slowly, so the public can consume all of this information and really let it rattle around in their brains and to realize what we are really going through in this country and in this world. Balenciaga was just the tip of the iceberg. Now, switching gears to Arizona, Kari Lake is a fighter. She's not going to take this laying down, and neither should we. She knows she won. The country knows she won. And now she has the proof that this election was stolen from her. She just filed a 70-page report in Arizona court. And in this lawsuit, it lays out perfectly exactly how the left stole this election. With fake ballots, fake signature, and they took away the signature verification and literally allowed any ballot with any signature through. Over 238,000 illegal ballots. And you don't have to take her word for it. They have whistleblowers that were inside the counting room in Maricopa County, Arizona. They have the evidence. It is being presented to a judge today. Now we're going to find out just how corrupt our judicial system is. Because this is what we have to do. We have to go through the steps, the legal steps, to show that if this country can be saved legally or not. And if it can't, then the military has to get involved. And a perfect example of this would be what's going on in Brazil. Now, we've talked about Brazil exactly when that election happened. Me and Trebles did a podcast on Paranoid Radio. And I said that Lula, who is the far left communist candidate that was going up against the sitting president Bolsonaro, who's referred to as the tropical Trump, great president, pro-freedom, people love him. Okay, and I said they were going to steal it. Lula just got out of jail. The far left-wing Supreme Court let this man out of jail early just so he can go and steal the presidency from Bolsonaro. Now, they did exactly how I said it, right on the machines. No paper ballots, they stole it. But the only thing was, the military was watching, and they know exactly how they stole it. So they wanted to go through the motion, just like we are. They wanted to do it the right way, the legal way, just like Trump tried to do in 2020, and just like Kari Lake is doing right now. But the courts are corrupt, just like they are here. So they won't give them an audit, they won't give them a recount, so the military said they're going to step in. Now, what's going on right now is pretty much a civil war. Things are getting crazy. You have the right military, the right wing and the military all in agreement, and then you have the left wing Supreme Court and the federal police all in agreement. and they're going against each other, and the people of Brazil are going to suffer for it. But this is the way. Bolsonaro will remain the president. The Supreme Court justice will be arrested, along with Lula. Now switching gears to the Brittany Griner prisoner swap. My gosh, we just gave up one of the most dangerous men this world has ever seen for an American-hating, pot-smoking, lesbian basketball player. Now, her being lesbian has nothing to do with this, but it does, because this is why she was released. Because Joe Biden is beholden to the far left-wing extremists in his party. So he wanted to take a victory lap. He wanted the pat on the back from the far left activists, instead of actually getting what we needed for this trade, which was Paul Wayland, the hero Marine that has been stuck in Russia for over 4 years now, who was actually detained on crimes he didn't commit. Brittany Griner actually committed her crime. Nobody told you to bring weed over to Russia. Russia is very clear with their laws. She wasn't tricked. She wasn't kidnapped. She brought an illegal substance to a foreign country where it is illegal, and then she got caught. Okay, now because of her stupidity and her greediness and her inability to not get high for a couple of days, we had to give up one of the world's most dangerous men. Okay, this man, Victor Bout, is an arms dealer. There's a movie about him called The Lord of War starring Nicolas Cage. Go check it out. The man is sick, deranged, psychopath, mass murderer, arms dealer, all of the things you could possibly fear in a man. He is him. And we gave him up for a chick that could barely play basketball and that nobody even knew before this happened. This is where we are, folks. It's time to wake up. Patience is a virtue, but so is persistence. Godspeed.
That is right, Flash from Flashy_News1, doing an amazing fucking job dropping the hammer of the gods. Now, it's time for the best segment in the fucking planet, Big Tank. It's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's Paranoid Radio. Big Tank, what is happening?
You guys know the deal, my people. This is what is happening, the best segment of this show.
They call me Sparkplug.
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
Fool, they call you toilet, fool. I ain't fooling
Dang,
so much shit
I'm,
you produce. Right, fool?
I produce because I swallow shit. Wait, that's not. Wait, I didn't. That's not what I meant to say, dog.
Who's dumb, motherfucker?
Oh, man.
Right, well, look, whatever it is, this is the best segment of this show. No doubt about it. Please ignore my mentally challenged friend.
What
you
the
guys
fuck?
know the deal. I'm gonna give you guys 2 stories, and I want you to do 2 cents plus my 2 cents. And we deposit that bitch at the bank of knowledge.
That is right, the bank of knowledge. Ooh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My people, what if I were to tell you that the new age is among us?
Ouch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, if you guys do know or you guys don't know, maybe you guys have seen about it or heard it. Amazon offers something completely where it's self-pay. As you start picking up stuff, it starts automatically calculating it.
God damn.
So you just check out, basically leave and go. That's all it is. Everything gets randomly picked up.
Yep.
What if I tell you that technology is actually potentially going to be panning out to almost every supermarket in the store?
Huh?
How easy does that make it? Okay, so imagine that technology being at Costco, being at Sam's. Anything you pick up, you have in your cart or whatever it is, automatically gets ringed up. No more cashiers, no more anything. How convenient do you think that is?
Very convenient, and almost to a point of like biblical. I'm not gonna say any like.
Why biblical?
Because in Revelations, you pay, you get chipped, you don't need no money, everything's digitalized, and without that, you can't get food, you can't work, right?
I mean, but
Mark of the Beast.
Okay, I guess, but I mean, wouldn't you say that past then the permits could possibly be biblical?
Even so, I think Social Security was actually the mark of the beast, because without Social Security, you can't work anywhere in the U.S. or at least legally.
Okay, but that's just the U.S. So.
Word.
I mean, so.
But it is convenient. It is extremely convenient. I'll give you that. Extremely. You walk in with their palms and tick, Skadoodle, right?
No, not everything's on the palm. A lot of the stuff is on the phone. Not everything's on the palm. So
Okay.
I mean, let's not exaggerate it either.
I'm gonna
Most
be
of it
honest
is
with you,
still gonna
dog.
be the
I'm
phone.
an Apple user, dog, and I use Apple Pay everywhere. Like I don't use cash. Like I hate cash. Call me a millennial. I don't care. I just hate cash. I hate getting
Hey,
cash.
okay, I like that. I like that conversation because I'm a big I'm a big how do you call it, virtual user myself. But you do need cash.
Word.
You need to carry cash. I want to say you should carry about $40 in your pocket minimum.
Yeah.
You get me?
Word.
Because there's a lot of street vendors. There's a lot of stuff that's only cash only places.
Hey, even the street vendors are updating their asses now. They got the fucking little chip pay.
Some
Word.
even have the Zelle, Venmo, whether it's easy or hard or whatever it is.
Word.
But some, for example, you go to a taco spot, those good taco spots out in the middle of the street. They don't take, most of them don't take anything but cash.
Word.
What are you gonna do? Or a pupusa spot. I'm pretty sure you know a couple pupusa spots that are only cash only.
That's right.
So I can't say it's definitely gonna be an age-old battle between technology versus no technology, and I am a little bit on the defense about it.
Oh.
I am because I do think
Why?
you need to carry about $20-$40 with you at any time. For example, me, I work downtown. There's a lot of street vendors, whether it be fruit, whether it just be a plain old water bottle if the 7-Eleven's closed or whatever it is,
Word.
or it's closer. You do need cash, especially in this heavily metropolitan area where everybody's selling stuff on the side.
Exactly.
I can go to a store. There's a Jack in the Box, a Wendy's, a Jollibee, whatever it is. But sometimes you're just not craving that.
Exactly. And I can relate. I took my oldest to Disneyland about a month and a half ago. And I had everything paid off already, right? I paid everything online. So when I got everything on the phone, when I walked in, even the parking was already paid. It was just chip, beep, beep, beep. Everything scans, code, whatever, card. The location's on. It tells you that I'm there. Bah, bah, bah. The map gets activated. Bah, bah. Everything's awesome, automated, right? And digitalized.
Easy, convenient, right?
Exactly. Extremely convenient. However, they're not only mining your data and tracking your fucking shit that you're doing, but it's also very inconvenient to be caught off guard if your phone dies and you can't pay for lunch. So, for example, I had in my pocket $200 cash just in case a rainy day, right? Just in case something happened. So I gave my daughter a $100 bill in case she got lost or whatever, to be able to buy drinks or whatever. Or if I go to another ride, I wanted to go to Star Wars, right? To Galaxy's Edge. Place she could buy herself some fucking papitas or some churros, right? And you know damn well for a soda, a 16-ounce soda, they charge $25 in Disneyland. So you only have enough for 4 sodas. So there's 4 of you. So I gave them $100 with her little friends. I'm like, here's $100, in case something happens. But the point here is, what would have happened if we would have gone lost? My phone would have died. We would have had no lunch, no way to track her, no way to track the food, track the fucking timings for the fast pass or nothing. I would have been asked out at Disneyland. It would have been the worst day at the unhappiest place on earth.
Okay, so how does that make you feel though? Real talk.
I don't know, though. I think it's a double-edged sword.
It's
just
so
like you said.
easy, but yet again, you lose it and you're lost.
Yeah. Yep.
You lose it and that's it. Bye, angel. Your wife can't even call you. Like, Lord forbid anything does happen. But let's say there's an emergency. Your phone said, "What the fuck do you do?"
Exactly.
You're not gonna run to your car. I mean, yeah, a lot of people do carry those battery packs. A lot of people do carry those battery packs, but even then, they only go so far.
Absolutely. I agree.
I mean, wild times that we are living in. Whether or not you like technology, it definitely is moving. But I always do recommend, money, cash is king, especially in the recession when we've seen it. Cash is definitely king.
Yeah, I agree 100%. They're not gonna be able to eliminate cash anytime soon. It's gonna take. Maybe our kids will see the dominating of digital currency over cash currency, if you know what that means. They're not gonna know what cash means. I think cash will be an obsolete word.
Agreed. Fucking agreed. All right, on to the next one, my people.
That's right.
Let's go in deep.
Ooh.
So far, so deep. What's the number one televised phenomenon that we watch?
UFOs.
It has more. No.
Okay.
Watch
Serial
on
killers.
TV. Hey, fool, shut the fuck up, all right, big dog. That we watch on TV. The number one phenomenon. It spectizes thousands of hundreds of people throughout the U.S.
Serial killers.
Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is the number one watch thing by 100,000 people. Even if they don't watch for the game, the commercial, the concert has a big old massive audience. So what if I were to tell you that they're thinking of making it a quote unquote pay-per-view event? What do you think about that?
Get the fuck out of here. Damn, they're hungry for the money, dog.
I know for a fact that you're not a big football guy. You get me? I get that. I'm not the biggest football fan either. I have my team, but that does not mean that I'm a big football fan. But I do like to watch the games. I like the camaraderie that you make, whether you invite your buddies, your brother, your family, whoever it might be over to watch the game.
Yeah, here in the States, it became almost a tradition, almost a holiday, to be honest.
Exactly.
People don't go to work the next day.
It's like a holiday. Exactly. So, how would you feel about that if they start doing that for every single thing now? Because what else do we have that's also televised? Yeah, the Rose Parade right here in California. It plays 24. It plays for like 5-6 hours. It gets rid of a lot of channels. But let's say that. What if that had to become or anything special? You get me? Or let's say we have a State of the Union address, and they make you pay for that.
I don't know how that would benefit the companies involved with Super Bowl. If the Super Bowl is considered a holiday here in the States, almost as a holiday, treated like a holiday, like these, like, I don't know, it would have to be free to the public to an extent. Like, it cannot, maybe to like see the commercials, because a lot of people see the Super Bowl for the commercials, because the commercials are unique and they're privately owned, and you know what I'm saying, that right? They will never special just for that event. I don't know how that would work out. To be honest, I can't comment too much on it. I don't know much about football or the Super Bowl. All I do know that is I don't think it's a good policy. I don't think it'll be a positive money flip, because it's all about the money. I don't think they'll flip enough money. I think they'll lose money.
I don't think so.
Think about all the people that are gonna be digitally fucking streaming for free on social medias and shit, like they do with boxing.
Yeah, but even those get canceled out after a bit. There's no way you'll ever find one that'll run the full time.
Word.
You get me? You're never gonna find one that runs a full time, even if you miss one little thing, or let's say you're hoping just for the concert or whatever it is. You get me? I mean, that's a lot of people watching for the concert, whoever they might be having, the commercials. What if you miss that one good one? Fuck, I didn't see that. Or fuck, I didn't see this. You get me? As it is, I think they did the math for a 25-second commercial.
Wow.
I think it was stated to be north of 1.5 million.
Wow.
Yes.
For 25 seconds at the Super Bowl?
25 seconds at the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So, can you imagine the amount of revenue that people are going to be willing to pay? Because like you said, it's a holiday. It's almost codependent out here in the States.
Yeah.
To say the very least, it's really codependent out here. So I do see people going to the extremes and definitely trying to buy it out.
Yeah. I don't know how that work out, but hopefully they don't. I know a lot of people, family members and friends that fucking they hook up and they do like a traditional fucking dinner and Sunday night football, and they have this whole shebang party almost to see who will win. But yeah, I don't know. I can't comment.
Hey, Big Dog, do you have a team?
No, I don't watch rigged games.
There you go, fool. But you'll listen to a crackhead on TV for shits and giggles.
It depends on what crack he's smoking. If he's smoking that good crack.
In my opinion, even if it is rigged, it's all about the free ride. You get me? That emotional
the entertainment. Yeah, the entertainment.
Yes. I mean, I think that plays more than effect than anything else. The belief or disbelief of how your team or how anything is being played out. You get me? I mean, you play for okay. You pay for a video game, right?
I do play video games.
Okay. All of those are hardline subliminal messages. It has been proven. You get me?
Yeah, they do disconnect you from your emotions, and they fucking I know what you mean.
You're paying for that. You get me? It's not even something free. You're paying to get brainwashed.
Bang! So, you dropping bombs on me today, dog. Oh shit!
Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Don't you forget that, Big Dog.
All right, dog. All right.
But I mean, at the end of the day, if you had to pick a team, who would you go for? Whether it be based on looks, your region.
When I was in high school, my favorite team, because of Rivers, the the quarterback was the Chargers back when they were in San Diego. Obviously, I stopped watching football about fucking almost 10 years ago. I'm not really following up who wins or what the fuck. But yeah, the Chargers were my team when I was in high school.
Okay, good to know, big dog. Good to know. Good to know. Definitely good to know. I mean, yeah, because we've had a lot of experiences, but this is something we just don't talk about because he's not physically connected to it. So it's one of those things that we just don't even talk about. But I like that, big dog. I like that. Okay, we have an old Chargers fan, whatever it may be. Love. My people, this was what is happening, my people. We just gave you your 2 stories. Let us know what you guys think. What you guys think. Am I wrong? Am I right?
But am I wrong?
But am I wrong?
Oh yeah, you hit the right pitch. There we go. There it is.
This motherfucker. On to your regular scheduled broadcasting.
That is right, Big Tank. Thank you for those 2 amazing stories as always. Doing an amazing job in rocking the cage and shaking all that good stuff. Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have an amazing episode. Please let me jump further deep into the pool and set the fucking mood. Generation after generation, we have been fascinated by the idea of alien abductions and jumping on a flying bike with an intent to phone home. Presented to us only as entertainment, ETs have only been fictional and fragments of our imagination, like a wasted image lost in our mental faculties. Well, today's episode, we're bringing you the truth bombs and experiences from close friends to help us recall our last probing, specifically Big Tank. Welcome to the Grays.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we all know you got probed before I got probed. So you're the one that got me seduced into the probe nation. So it's like,
No, let's get something straight.
Oh,
You
my
were
God.
probed in the closet, big dog.
Dog.
110%. I've never done this before, step bro.
Step alien. Oh, step alien. I'm stuck, step alien.
Oh my god, no, it's too big. It won't
Wait,
fit.
no, Dick. That's not how it went.
Would you look at that? It just slipped right in.
No, that's not what happened. It was like I got stuck in the laundry, and I'm like, Step Alien, oh my God, I'm stuck. And then Step Alien came in. He's like, oh, my mom ain't home. He just took advantage of me, dog. Probe Nation in the fucking house. Ladies and gentlemen, right before we speak into anything, I want to give you a quick introduction. We're going to be talking about the gray aliens, the most popularized and pop culture pop ahead poppies with chrome domes. This is a thing, the chrome dome nation. This is where the chrome domes come from. Specifically,
your family.
My family. They come from the Zeta Reticuli star system, and most of them, now that I know, also come from the Orion star system. First sighted and first manifested into fucking what we have now, and what it evolved from was in the 1600s. As a matter of fact, there's a President Eisenhower was fascinated by aliens, and it is said there's documents where he had an alien treaty at the Edwards AFB, the Air Force Base, in 1954. Not only that, on top of that, just bring quick facts here. President Eisenhower was also not only fascinated by aliens and had an alleged treaty, he also created the Majestic 12. I'm not going to jump in too deep into what the Majestic 12 is, but it is a group of 12 scientists and politicians that have abilities and the fucking capacity, technologically wise, to speak with these alien species. That is right. Big Tank, you want to bring anything in?
Oh, of course, 1,010%. Okay, so the first ever depiction of quote unquote the gray aliens was in 1891, where they actually made his story. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And it was this author, his name was Kenneth Foxley, where he wrote a book of A Tale of the Future. That's literally the name of it, where he depicted, and quote unquote, it cannot be labeled as fiction. It's considered nonfiction. Okay. And that's the first ever alleged documentation of it.
Documentation, yeah, right. Okay.
Yes. So, I mean, it obviously 1893. I mean, that's over 100 years now, big dog.
And that's way before the Roswell crash, which was what blew it up out of proportion, right?
Yes. And then you have a bunch of other people, I mean, that have been tied to it. You have even Aleister Crowley, believe it or not, that's actually tied to the whole belief.
That's right. That's right.
Of
in Egypt.
Great aliens. Yes, 110%. So whether it be green, whether it be little green men, whether it be reptilians, however you want to see it, there's definitely a bunch of information out there of them actually being here.
And
I
who
mean,
could? Uh-huh.
no, no, no. I'm just saying. I mean, shit. We got depictions all throughout. I mean, shit. If you look at a bunch of hieroglyphics throughout Egypt, a lot of them just look like aliens.
The Mayans, the Babylonians,
Yeah.
every single major. We've said this plenty of times during the show. Every single major civilizations has depictions and on their walls and on their art they have UFOs. Even the Bible talks about alleged UFOs, carriages from the heaven with the heavens with messages. So not only that, but who could forget about the 1950s fucking movie film? The frenzies of abductions and aliens, and even the movie that Stood Still, the original one in 1950, depicted aliens as shapeshifters into humans. Like they shapeshifted into humans. I don't know if it was because of their skin or technology. And then we had like the movie E.T. in the 1980s that fucking blew out of proportion. That himself, even himself, that was a great alien, a sort of a great alien. So they popularized in the United States, not only like the entertainment industry around the world, popularized this whole idea of the gray aliens being the head or at least the face of all alien civilizations.
Okay.
Now,
So
go for it. Mhm.
let's dive a little bit more deep into that.
Okay.
Okay. So if you, if anybody has ever seen,
Mhm.
Egypt has a lot of quote unquote pharaohs, or I guess you could say kings, rulers
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
have elongated heads.
Bam.
We have found many with extra elongated heads and similar features. So I'm gonna give you the details of what quote unquote is a gray alien.
Mhm.
Humanoid with small body, gray skin, large head and eyes, small nose
Mhm.
and lips.
Mhm.
Believe it or not, there are accounts of pharaohs being not exactly human to our standards, but humanoidish. So
Exactly.
who's to say? I know we all live in that whole thing. How the fuck did they make those pyramids? They had to have help.
Mhm.
Yes, you have a bunch of people that'll say, no, no, it was done this way, it was done that way. Yes, you could do
Mhm.
it. Whatever the case may be, it would fix a lot of things in history that
Mhm.
we perceive at it being right or wrong. Because you have to remember, okay, the US has officially released paperwork that there
Mhm.
has been alien sightings. A thousand and ten
Yes.
percent.
They even changed
That
the
it
name from UFO to UAPs.
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. So there is a lot out there that suggest we are not alone, or for the bare minimum, there is these spaceships, these flying saucers, these planes, to say the very least,
Mhm.
that are nothing that we have ever dealt with. Yes, could it be? I don't want to say maybe its own private funding. Yeah, I mean, if you want to look at it in that point away, are we looking at a maybe Tony Stark inventing shit type
Reverse
of stuff?
engineering,
E-
perhaps reverse engineering their
Exactly,
aircraft.
exactly. I mean, but it is officially stated by the U.S. I'm not gonna say worldwide that
Mhm.
there has been encounters that we cannot account for.
Also, you mentioned the Egyptians' elongated skulls. A lot of the times where these pharaohs saw that the ones that were in charge, the one that came to pass, they had elongated skulls, they started to mimic them. Still to this day in Africa and in many parts of Mesoamerica, you'll find these indigenous people that live their lifestyle, they elongate their skull still at birth or even their necks. So they start putting rings on their necks to elongate their necks to become royalty. And that's a sign of royalty or monarchy or power in small civilizations. You get what I'm saying? So even that they
Yes.
try to mimic these gods, these ancient divine creatures. Now, who could always forget? Now I'm going to debunk something, Big Tech. You mentioned about the way they look. Now we have. I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit on my shit here, but
Okay.
allegedly. These are all. So this is. I'm trying to debunk these before I go into real deep conversations on testimonies from our friends. Dude, allegedly, this is how the United States scientific community is trying to debunk the gray aliens. Residual memories as a whole, as a collective, as humans in a collective consciousness. Allegedly, what we try to do is when we're born, we see our parents with big heads. So that little memory gets engraved in our brain. So when we think about anything that has to do away from humanity or humankind, we think of our parents and we think of them as gods, as aliens with these elongated skulls, big heads, big eyes. It's almost as the perfect depiction of our body. We try to glorify our body to the perfect form. The body, the human body in its perfect form would be big head, big recipial eyes to capture more light, big ears, big nose. Our senses are heightened, and our dicks are smaller. And that's fact. Check this out. The Romans used to do their statues with small dicks. You know how they do all the fucking naked statues?
Uh-huh.
The statues were made with small dicks because small dicks represented big IQs. So the smaller the dick, the bigger the head. So why do you think I have a big ass head? Wait, that didn't come out right. Wait. Wait, no, but real shit though. Real shit. All right, so
This motherfucker. Okay, all right, all right. Who am I to
wait.
judge, big dog?
All
Who
right,
am I
all
to
right.
judge?
Well, check this out. Shout out to Black Tree Skylines on our G page, one of our biggest supporters on our IG. And she fucking reached out to me when she saw my post on the promotion. And she gave me a couple of listings of how her body is not only her body, her family is not only paranormally activated, but that she also connected the gray aliens in her life. Not only in her life, but her older sister life. Before I jump into that, guys, I need to let you guys know that the gray aliens, there's two types of gray aliens. The short gray aliens and the tall gray aliens, and they cannot reproduce. There's only one way they can reproduce is laying eggs, but the way they lay eggs is by stealing our DNA. I'm going to go deep on that. But check this out. Black Tree Skyline said, according to her personal friends and encounters of her family members, the tall grays are scientists performing all types of research on us, while the small grays, the short ones that we're used to seeing, are the ones that abduct us. As a matter of fact, her older sister used to tell her about the times of these hairless monkeys visiting her at night while she was getting abducted. And I quote, this is Black Tree Skylines. Thank you so much for this story. She went into want to tell me that her family has not only been paranormally activated, but also has a long history of cryptic sightings. Now, I'm going to quote one more person, JB from Rogue Media. We all know that he is our galactic correspondent. He also confirmed to me that these creatures think like a hive mind. They are controlled like a hive by a bigger queen bee. And I'm not talking about Beyonce. You know the movie Independence Day, the first one, and then the
Mhm,
second Independence Day, Insurgents?
mhm.
Well, those movies depict how these creatures work like a hive mind to protect their queen, just like a hive of bees. So that's fucking interesting. What do you think about that, Big Tank? Bam.
I I'm gonna be honest. I can't say I'm 100% behind it,
Hmm.
but I can give you what the people are saying and the analytics shows.
Hmm.
In close encounter claims and ufology, because that's what it's called. It's called ufology.
Damn. Okay.
Grays are often involved in in the most alien abduction claims,
Exactly.
and among the reports, okay, and this
Hmm.
is all taken up about facts throughout the world. 50% in Australia, 73% in the United States,
Wow.
48% in the continental Europe, and 12% around the United Kingdom. Those are
Okay.
the largest hotspots for the great aliens.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Don't take my word for it. Go ahead, go look this up all yourself, whether you believe it or not. And I will say that the abductions claims that people are claiming, obviously, we can't believe everything that everybody says, but whatever it is,
Hmm.
abduction claims say these to be the most extremely traumatic, similar to abduction of humans by sexual assault. The
Bam.
emotional
Okay.
impact, the
Hmm.
emotional impact that quote unquote is had by abduction of gray aliens
Uh-huh.
is some of the most traumatic ones, big dog. I don't see
Let
it, big dog. What do you
let
think?
let me go into detail with that. I like the way you brought that in because that was my next point. Now, what they do is they have this program called human hybrids. They are making human hybrids to reproduce because they have such small dicks and no reproductive organs. They, their
I'm
female
sorry.
counterparts cannot lay eggs without human DNA. Now, check this out. We all know that the Anunnaki allegedly came down to Earth. We haven't made an episode on the Anunnaki yet. And then they gene spliced us from monkeys, and then boom, we have humankind amongst other humanoids, and we're just the smartest one out of the bunch that they created. A fucking test tube little lab rat, right? Allegedly. And then that's when the Jesus Christ, there's no evolution. It's just God created man out of sand, etc., etc., etc. So that's where science and religion meet, right? Allegedly, this is what they do. Once they get a woman, they probe her, they abduct her, they take her egg, then they inseminate the egg with their DNA. Then they inject her again into her. They inject the fetus in the already grown little heart-beating fetus into her gut, and they abduct her every other month for at least 3 to 4 months. And then after the fourth month, they extract the cubicated baby, the baby that's already grown, 4 months old, because they develop faster, I believe, out of her gut, and then they chip her. And this is what they do to men. A lot of men encounters, they said there's many methods of taking the semen out of men because they also take men out. They use it by sex. There's a lot of encounters that allegedly men have had sex with sexy ass alien bitches. All right.
Willingly?
They use machines.
Okay.
They
Okay.
use machines by force, and they also harvest the bodies like from like African Americans for their skin qualities and their eye retina, and then they chip you. And they keep you monitored for your entire existence. As a matter of fact, there's also abductions done by the short gray aliens on men that they leave a little piece of metal in your body, and they go out to the doctor and they take this little piece of metal out of your body, and the doctors don't know what the fuck that piece of metal is. And these people have never gone through surgery. There's no scarring in their body. There's nothing. It's like fuck, fool. It's crazy as fuck, dog.
So one thing I also read in that
Mhm.
most of the ways that they also remember, because we've all heard of this, like when you brought it up, that a lot of the when people that have encounters with aliens remember them staring into their eyes. There is a saying that the eyes are often their most focused point on everything. So does
Mhm.
this mean that they have mental abilities per
Ah,
se?
you went into
Okay.
the powers. All right.
Yeah, just a little, because and I mean a lot of these abduction accounts
Mhm.
state that they stare into the eyes and they get lost, almost hallucinogenic effect.
Exactly.
So, how do you feel about that, Big Dog? Do you think they have some type of mental capability?
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis?
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
know how they hypnotize you, and there is a loss of time every single time the abductions are made, and radiation frequencies after in your body, like there's radiation around, like there's a lot of things that get like that resonate after you've been abducted, according to these people that have been abducted. Some people have not only been abducted, but also have been telepathically communicating. As a matter of fact, there's this fucking report going on about ufologists, like you say, that can manifest an alien UFO to come to them by just thinking of it. And you know who told us that too? Shout outs Morph from Breaking the Matrix podcast. Morphex told us that once he communicated with a UFO in Canada when he was talking, smoking a cigarette, he was talking to it telepathically, and he said that he was making it move and dance around in the sky as a
oh,
light
I
dances
do
in the sky.
remember. I do remember that.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Crazy shit, dog. Crazy shit.
Shit. Okay. But at the end of it, if we have to give some type of recap per se throughout for all of this, okay,
Mhm.
what is your takeaway from all of it though?
Um, I honestly believe in aliens. I don't think aliens do not exist. I have 100%, like you said on the last episode, God's powers cannot be limited. The great creator, the massive power that he has cannot be limited to just Earth. Why wouldn't he create other extraterrestrials? As a matter of fact, I think extraterrestrials are probably not even from space. They're extraterrestrials, which means more land, which means they could be coming in from hollow Earth, or if we live in a flat Earth, like many people think, they probably come from outside the freaking ice wall. So I'm just saying, we are not alone. At least here in this planet, we have visitors. To our knowledge, maybe not exposed like that, but I am afraid that the United States, at least the United States or the world elites, will fucking use and I am using quotation marks here, an abduction type of rapture, right? To fucking push on a one order agenda, one world order agenda, using alien abduction as a fucking threat. So I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I know it could get perverse very, very fast, just like our last episode on Vatican. It could get perverted really quick because that's what humans do, right? We weaponize everything. But
Okay,
I honestly, yeah.
I know we didn't touch. I know we didn't touch about it, but what do you think if we had to go into it? Greys or reptilians?
Both of them. They all work. I think the reptilians are in a hierarchy. They are above the aliens, and I think they have more powers. I think they're on a higher dimension. I think there's dimensions to this shit. Like the fairies, I think fairies live among us, and trolls and little elves. I think they live among us. We cannot see them in our light spectrum because our eyes are so delicate.
Can you say, or maybe a future episode we're gonna touch on reptilians?
I think so. It could be well done. I mean, the reptilian thing is very dangerous too because it goes into the politics and in the adrenochrome and pedophilia and all the bullshit.
Of course,
So
of
it's
course,
yeah.
of course.
Mhm.
I mean, but I mean the same thing as this. Would you guys want to hear another, I guess, recap, Wikipedia, full on info, anything we could find on reptilians? Are you guys into reptilians? Are you guys not?
Mhm.
Trebles, please let us know what we will be doing next, big dog.
Dog, we're gonna catch up with you guys next week on another amazing episode. And guys, you guys have spoken. I'm gonna make an official announcement here. I'm gonna drop a Monday drop, 15 to 20-minute extra episode during the week on a solo dolo episode, just bringing you hot topics, being my own correspondent for this one. And Big Time will join me again in the middle of the week for a big, massive episode, as always, every week, Wednesday night at 9 p.m. PST. Make sure you check us out at ParanorRadio.com. Big Tank, let them know where they can find you.
You guys know the deal. Catch me at EKNAT626. Once again, EKNAT626. Go check it all out. My people, also, if you want more comedic relief, if you want to know what's going on in the world, your local news, even at that point, celebrity gossip, we definitely got to go check out Push and Rope Show. My people, once again, go check out Push and Rope Show.
That is right. Big time. Thank you so much for joining me. Guys, the shirts are ready. They're going to get picked up today, Tuesday. I mean, actually, today's Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, the shirts are going to get picked up today, and I'll start mailing them out. I'll start put up a picture up. It's getting ready for this fucking beautiful Christmas evening, fucking holiday season celebration. Whoop-de-woo, blah, blah, blah. And stay tuned for our next episode, guys. Thank you so much. Check us out, ParanorRadio.com, and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. That's right. Bye-bye.
Till the next time.
Paranoid Radio.